Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Splice37, and welcome to something a little bit different for my channel. I've done a few of these discussion style videos in the past, but I think they're a great way of just getting my thoughts across. Any videos or screenshots from other YouTube channels are credited in the description down below. If you have anything you'd like to say about the discussion itself, please let me know in the comments section. With that being said, let's get into this. Rome Total War. Possibly one of my favorite video games of all time. It all started when I was watching many a True Nerd's playthrough of the game on his YouTube channel and absolutely falling in love with the Total War series. I favor the old titles though, like mostly Rome and Medieval 2. With Rome finally getting its remaster, I think it's the perfect time to talk about what made the game so great and why the changes in the new version of the game will greatly improve its lifespan. Rome Total War Remastered is one of the best ways remasters can be done. A bit of polish here and there, and a few changes that are completely optional. That is what Feral Interactive have done. Remember, if you don't like any of the changes talked about today, simply toggle them off when you get the game yourself. To start off, diplomacy used to be a really big issue in the original game. Trying to be at odds with anyone is basically a complete waste of time. You knew the AI was going to backstab you sooner or later, or you just end up expanding into their territory and killing them off as soon as you can. It also didn't always make sense. I've experienced this issue so many times with the AI getting close to losing, and it will always send me a message to a diplomat saying, please do not attack, except we attack. As funny as that is, they have now fixed the diplomacy to be more like the modern titles. Though I will add that you still have to send your diplomats everywhere just to talk to a different faction. Hopefully all the diplomats won't chill in the meeting in the northern swamp areas of the map like they did in the original. If you know what I'm talking about, just leave a like on the video. Thank you very much. There is now the new option for extreme unit scale. This is a completely experimental option for like the super beefy computers and stuff like that. So it's going to allow you to have like these super massive battles, but Feral Interactive did warn us that you'll probably have an extreme amount of lag, and there should be pathfinding issues in the cities because it's not like those city streets were exactly made to have a ton of soldiers running through them. But to each their own. If you want to try it out, obviously, go right ahead. Hopefully your computer doesn't die with the frame rates. So, remember when your cities like Carthage or Alexandria have like a massive amount of growth rate and squalor? In my case, I would usually have to let the city revolt and then take it back with my army and then, murder the populace of my own people, which probably isn't the most effective way of managing an empire. So, thankfully, I am happy to report that they have fixed the squalor issue and it is now capped, so you won't have those crazy revolts late game of your cities just turning against you because the population is too high and there's too much squalor. Next on our list, the battles themselves act extremely similar to how they did in the original game, but there's now a more advanced user interface as well as more modern controls similar to the newer Total War titles. There's the alt-click, so you can just move the entire army to a new location if you have them all selected. So that's very convenient. I will be certainly using that when I start playing the game, because I use it a lot when I play Warhammer 2. I myself won't be using all of the changes, however, but the inclusion of the advanced user interface is great. Also, when you press the K key on your keyboard, wow, that's a freaking tongue twister. When you press the K key, it will now enter a cinematic mode, so it just hides the UI, so you can have more cinematic camera angles in your battles, which will be great for YouTubers. Finally, I am proud to announce that the audio in this game is nearly identical to the original. From the Roman voice crack narrator man to the awesome battle music in the background, everything is there. All the audio is near identical to the original. Overall, I'm extremely excited for this game to come out on April 29th. For all of you watching, I will be live streaming my first few hours of the campaign. Depending on how that goes, I may do a full series on the channel. Let me know what changes you like to Rome Total War Remastered in the comments below. And with that being said, it has been I, your host, Splice37, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.